This is Nisha Ladder, and it's not what you think. Celebrate self-deception. Once I was in a relationship that didn't really work for me. I would constantly feel guilty for not paying enough attention to my girlfriend, for not thinking of her when I should have, for spending time on something without asking her. I really loved her, so I was convincing myself that this relationship is fine, that we'll figure it out, it will be okay, while deep down I knew that it wasn't going to work. This is an example of lying to myself. There is a part of me that knows the truth, however, somehow it sits quiet, and the other part, it's going to be fine, we'll figure it out, is much louder. For some reason, this example reminds me of a frog in a pot of warm water that gradually increases to boiling temperature. But the change is so gradual that the frog doesn't notice. And while it could jump out of the pot, it doesn't until it boils and it's too late. I bet there is a little frog voice saying, "Get out of this place, this is not good, you are going to be in trouble." And the louder voice says, "No, it's okay, it's kind of nice and warm here, I'll figure it out later." Lying to myself implies knowing the truth and intentionally conceiving it. Why would I lie to myself? Because I don't want to deal with the consequences of the truth. The truth hurts, and I don't want pain. I don't want to break up with the person I love and end up being alone. There is always a fear that prevents me from being truthful. The fear is louder, it screams at me. You don't want to end up alone. You don't want to lose the loved one. Shut up. The fear comes from a part that wants companionship, and it's threatened, so it screams as loud as it can. And the other part, that cares about being true to myself, is ready to see the truth, but it doesn't have such a loud voice, so it keeps mostly quiet, hoping that one day it will say with a smirk to the other part, "I told you so." While lying to myself allows me to avoid some painful decisions, like breaking up with my girlfriend, it takes away from my liveliness and my energy. Lying to myself implies a conflict between two parts. I am torn apart, and it's draining my energy and my liveliness. I am not being honest with myself. I am out of integrity. I am disintegrated and feel the lack of coherence of my being. I can't be whole when I'm lying to myself. In order to stop lying to myself, I need to quiet down the companionship part, so I can start hearing the authentic part. I can say to the companionship part, "I see how scared you are to lose the person we love. I hear your concern, and I will make sure not to be alone." And then I can say to the authentic part, "Thank you for your authentic whisper. I don't want to lie to myself anymore. I'm ready to face the truth." Once I face the truth, my relationship is not going anywhere, I need to break up. As painful as it is, it's still empowering. Both of my parts will now try to work together, support each other, work on having a companionship while being true to myself. I become whole again, and this wholeness allows me to deal with my challenges. If you ever suspect lying to yourself, celebrate. You just discovered a gold mine. You've discovered an energy leakage, and now you can fix the plumbing by accepting the truth and getting all your parts to work together on your next challenge.